Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Beer Sports Whatever, found exclusively on the Around the Block platform. I am so excited for episode number 163. This evening, we will be joined by a very special guest, Vance Meek, here in just a few moments as he is getting his computer ready on his end. And as we say that, we are joined by, I'm pretty sure, the first Cincinnati Reds, second Cincinnati Reds buddy I have ever had. So congrats, Vance, on that.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, my God. All right, look, first of all, thank you so much for coming on. Beer of the week. We just got Yuengling in this part of the country. Houston, Texas,
nice.
is where we're based out of. Yuengling is absolutely fantastic. People who don't know about Yuengling now know about Yuengling. Is Yuengling big in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I would say so. It's pretty popular. I'm not. I've had it some, but and it is good. You're absolutely correct. It's a little more expensive than some of the other beers here. So, quite honestly, I tend to drink cheap a lot, but when I can get it, it's good stuff.
I got you. What's your favorite go-to beer? Like brewery in Cincinnati. Like you're in Cincinnati, this brewery, this is where you got to go check out. What do you like?
First of all, I'm not actually in Cincinnati. I'm a little bit of a drive to get Cincinnati for me.
Okay.
But I'm not a. That's a good question. I generally stick to the Miller Lights for myself, to be quite honest.
That's fair. That's fair.
But the Yuengling is good when I go for something different. I like the lagers. I had some of the. I don't know if you've had the weed lager the other few weeks ago. It was actually not too bad.
Yeah. No, I've tasted it. It's decent. It's decent, but that's awesome though. No, Miller Lite, cheap, easy. Stick with it. Let's get to some football talk. That's what we're here to do. Football.
Absolutely.
Listen. Is there a better time of the year than football season? I mean, in all honesty, it's fantastic. The best. Like,
absolutely fantastic.
It's the greatest. Who's your college team? Do you follow college football or no?
I do. I don't really have a team. I went to Kentucky when I went to college. I went to school at the University of Kentucky, so I generally root for them. Otherwise, I generally root for players that I like, or kind of for the upsets. Generally, in week by week.
Gotcha.
Whoever's the lower rated team, I generally root for. I don't really have a team. I'm in the Ohio State area, so most of the people around here are Ohio State fans, and they're all right. I don't have nothing against Ohio State, even though people seem to think that I do. But
okay,
I don't really have a college team per se. I just kind of like to watch and enjoy the action.
I got you. I'm a Houston Cougar fan. I mean, we suck, so I kind of watch everybody else to get the enjoyment out of my football life. I hate Tom Brady. As a Dolphins fan, I hate Tom Brady. Like, when the hell is he going to retire?
I don't. Maybe never. I don't know. He doesn't look. He's 44, I believe now, and looks still good enough to play another year, 2 years. I believe at one point he said he wanted to play till he's 45, so maybe he'll hang it up at 45. But it looks like he can still go for a few more years.
Like my entire life, he's been in the league for 20 plus years. I'll be 31 in 6 weeks. Basically, my entire adult life, Tom Brady has just like been there and just has been fantastic. And I've got a supermodel wife, and my kids are freaking adorable.
He's not just hanging around playing and being a backup on a roster because he still wants to play. He's winning Super Bowls. That's ridiculous.
That Cowboys Buccaneers game was fantastic. Like from beginning to end, just back and forth. Dak looked good. Like good coaching on both sides. I think Dallas is going to be a problem this year. I like Dallas.
Dallas is going to be a problem for a lot of teams. They're going to score points this year. They're going to score a lot of points this year. If they can get absolutely anything from their defense at all, then they're going to win. They're going to win some games.
Let's get to the game of the week. This past week, obviously, the 17-16 barn burner in New England. The Miami Dolphins won 17-16. It's so good beating New England. Vance, I'm going to tell you this right now. Like, when the Bengals win, you're a diehard Bengals fan, right? From
Yes.
everything that I've seen. Your week is better when your team wins, right? Like,
for sure.
Food tastes better. Like, the beer is just a little bit colder. the crappy people at work aren't as crappy. I'm that way with Miami, especially when you get a win in New England week 1. They look solid. They look decent. Miami did. What were your thoughts about the Dolphins, the way they played?
Yeah, I'm completely in agreement here. They, New England they're not the Brady, Gronk, uh, Patriots that we've watched over the years, but they still have some really good players. They've still got the ability to win some games this year, in my opinion. So anytime you beat the Patriots, it is a momentous occasion. Much less when it's week 1 and you start the season off right. The Bengals won this week, so they're 1-0, and it does feel nice. Even though it's only the first game of a 17-game season, starting off 1-0 is always big. And when you started off 1-0 against your rival, you've got a guest.
Look. Fred.
It's a little extra special when you beat the Patriots, even if it's Mac Jones and the Patriots rather than Tom Brady and the Patriots.
I think it's so unfair the way Tua gets criticized nationally. I just do. Like, Mac Jones was lauded for his performance. I watched every single play of that game. He dinked and dunked the entire game, had maybe 2 good throws, had 1 touchdown pass, and he lost the game. And people yet still want to criticize Tua for a guy who's got a 7-3 record as a starter.
Yeah, like, and I actually talked about this the other day. The Dolphins really didn't help him last year with creating a sort of narrative that he wasn't playing well by taking him in and out of the games multiple times, because he played fairly well last year. Maybe he wasn't Justin Herbert level of rookie play, but he played pretty well. But they kept moving from games, and I think the narrative got out there that he was playing poorly, and that's why he kept getting benched. And so it's going to take some upper tier games this year for the media to kind of push him back up to where he should be, because Tua's by all rights a fantastic player on his own.
Yeah, and you know what? Trent Dilfer never played great anyway, but he still won a Super Bowl. Just throwing that out there. The Beer Sports Whatever crowd needs to know the name of the puppy, please and thank you.
Oh, Coco.
Okay. All right. All right. The lauding of the dog is coming in. So very cute puppy. So thank you for allowing Coco on. I want to ask you about Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
As a fan of a team inside of the division, is this guy underrated in your opinion? Like, in our era, I feel like Mike Tomlin just doesn't get the love that a guy who's won multiple Super Bowls and has his team in a great position to win nearly every single week, it feels like. And they got a great win against Buffalo this past weekend.
Yeah, I think he is underrated, and I know that it's hard to really say anything about the Steelers as underrated, as much attention as they tend to get. But I feel like Ben Roethlisberger gets a lot of attention. Antonio Brown, of course, got a lot of attention. Some of the defensive players they've had over the years get a lot of attention. But Mike Tomlin is just leading his team to winning records every single season. Like, how many losing records has he had? None? 1? Maybe? It's not.
One. Yeah. He's had 1 losing season in Pittsburgh. That's incredible.
Yeah, and they drafted Ben Roethlisberger out of it, so it worked out okay for him.
Tough.
This dude just has them ready. He just knows how to push the right buttons, and I think he probably, if you're making a list of the best coaches in the NFL, I don't know how you don't put him in the top 3 at least.
Oh, I totally agree. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks in the Arizona game. That's unheard of, I feel like, in today's day and age, a guy with 5 sacks in a game in a contract year. Like, I'm pretty sure Chandler Jones went into management and was like, all right, I just got you 5 sacks against a Pro Bowl caliber left tackle in Taylor Lewan. Yeah. Pay me my money. Good win for Arizona, though. Arizona looks solid. Arizona looks dangerous.
They look like a team that has potential to make a big-time run. And the funny thing about Chandler Jones is that there was a lot of talk in the offseason about maybe trading him. I know there were a lot of people saying, hey, trade Chandler Jones for Xavier Howard for Miami straight up, because both players were kind of in similar contract situations and didn't get the raise that they deserved, in fairness.
Would you have done that deal if you were Miami? They just drafted Jalen Phillips and they got Emmanuel Ogbah on the other side.
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't have, because I really think that Xavier Howard is one of the elite defensive players in all of football. And I probably wouldn't have Chandler Jones, and I don't know exactly what his age is at this point, but he is getting to be an older player.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know it by Sunday, recording 5 sacks, and he's been one of the great defensive. Like he's kind of in that underrated category too, to be honest. Like when you think of the great pass rushers of this era, you'll get Von Miller and Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald. And, it might take you a few names before somebody gets Chandler Jones, but dude's been lights out for years now.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, dude. Down here in Houston, the Texans beat up on the Jaguars, and what is believed to be Urban Meyer's close to last game in Jacksonville, because we're all assuming he's going to take the job at USC,
Right.
because he can't stay anywhere for longer than 2 games. It feels like Texans, man. Like I don't know what to think about him at this point. I definitely think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. But Tyrod Taylor looked good at quarterback. They got good production from Mark Ingram out of the backfield. I mean, super take from week 1. The Texans aren't as bad as we think they are, or they just beat a crappy Jaguars team.
Probably a little of both. The Jaguars. I don't. The Jaguars aren't going to be very good either. To be just kind of blunt, especially early on. I know they got Trevor Lawrence, but we don't know what exactly he's going to be yet. I assume he's going to be fantastic, but I think it's going to take him some time to get ingrained in that system. We don't know what they've got as far as coach goes. Can Urban Meyer coach in the NFL? I don't know. I don't think
I don't think so.
I don't think anybody knows whether he can do it or not, and
Right.
may not want to do it for very long. He could pull a Nick Saban on us, but I don't think Jaguars are very good, especially like I said early on. And I think Houston has decent players. I know they traded away almost everybody, but Tyrod Taylor is a decent guy to go out and not make mistakes at least. And in the NFL, you can win games like that if you can get a few lucky breaks here and there, and your quarterback doesn't make any big turnovers or any just big time negative plays. You can end up win a game or two.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, he just ran the offense and he looked good. There was a sign at the game of a fan saying we don't need Deshaun. Probably a little early for that, I would say.
Yeah.
The smidge early.
I feel like they could still use him.
I mean, it is what it is. Baker Mayfield looked good against Kansas City, but when he needed to make a play, he didn't. And I feel like we're in a 24-hour news cycle, and people killed him for that decision. They didn't watch the rest of the game, though. Like, the dude did everything you could want. Kansas City's too damn good, though. I feel like.
Man, they just continue to win, and I don't know. Kansas City's, and I've said this before the season started, and there was a lot of talk about comparing Cleveland's roster versus Kansas City's roster, who had the better overall roster. And I said, and I still believe, that Cleveland has a better defensive side of the ball roster. However, Kansas City has somebody in Chris Jones who can absolutely take over a game, and he did that Sunday. Like, he, off the edge for that matter, had a massive sack where he just absolutely destroyed the right tackle, and got a sack. And then of course Patrick Mahomes gives you always a chance to win. Like, this dude just finds ways to make plays. Travis Kelce's amazing. Tyreek Hill is just not able to be covered. And if you've got that kind of trifecta on offense, like, it's hard to devote the resources to. Teams don't have 4 cornerback ones on their team to guard all these guys. You don't have enough personnel, no matter how good your defense is. And if you're not getting sacks, and the Cleveland did get some, but they didn't have enough pressure on the quarterback to dominate the game at the right times. And Baker is so I don't want to keep going back to the underrated theme over and over again, but man, Baker seems to get hammered more than any other quarterback for even the slightest mistakes, even when he plays well.
I hate his attitude about some stuff, but the dude can play some football. I mean, flat out, like he can play.
Yeah, and that's always been kind of a knock against him, was his attitude, even coming out of college. There were some people that questioned his attitude and his sportsmanship, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I mean, he can be a bit on the he can easily earn some non-fans or some haters, if you want to call it that, with his own, through his own actions. But as far as playing football goes, like, he's really, really good, and I don't think he gets enough credit sometimes.
I totally agree. How soon until Aaron Rodgers becomes the new host of Jeopardy? Or do you feel like he finishes out the season?
He might be tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I was making a few jokes about that yesterday. Like maybe he wants to retire and rethink that decision. It's funny because the whole situation with the offseason and Aaron Rodgers, he had an absolute right to be angry. Like they drafted his replacement. They didn't draft any receivers to help him out. They didn't get really pieces. They drafted a third string running back in the second round last year. Like they had a terrible draft. They didn't really get anybody to help him last year. They didn't do a ton this year as far as getting weapons for him. But then, when he finally decides to come back, the breaking point for him was, well, if we get Randall Cobb, then I'll come back. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That does not make you any better. Like, that didn't help. What are you doing?
What do you want Randall Cobb for? That was the weirdest, flex on a front office I think I've seen in quite a while.
I don't understand what the point of that was.
I don't want, some stud receiver. Don't go get DK Metcalf. I want Randall freaking Cobb.
Yeah. Give me the guy who hasn't been good in 3 years or more.
When did the Bears go to Justin Fields? I like Andy Dalton. Would I enjoy a steak dinner for two out with Andy Dalton with a nice bottle of wine and a couple sides and an appetizer and a dessert? Yeah, I probably would. He's not Justin Fields. We know what you are, Andy Dalton. You suck. For lack of a better term. My apologies to, the Bengal legend. Okay, I'm sorry. He sucks right now. He's not any good.
Andy Dalton is not a quarterback that's going to go win you games. If Andy Dalton is your quarterback, you better have an absolutely dominating defense, and you better have weapons around him that can make plays with the ball, because he's not going to. He's not going to go win ball games for you. You might get some good games where he doesn't lose games for you, although he will do that too from time to time. But, there's no question that Justin Fields is the better player probably now. He's going to make a rookie mistake from time to time, but he's not going to make more mistakes than Dalton's going to make on his own anyway. So I don't know why they are waiting. Now, that said, the Bengals play the Bears. So if they want to trot Dalton out, then I won't complain.
Okay. Duly noted.
If I'm the coach in the Bears, then Justin Fields is starting next week.
I'm with you. And I feel like it impacts the locker room too. When you have a guy leading your team that the locker room is not behind, where everybody's looking at each other. There's group text going on in Chicago of okay. Look, I wouldn't mind if Andy was single, dating my sister. I don't want him leading my team. Okay. Yeah. I don't want him leading our franchise because he's just not that good. You watched the Raiders game last night. I saw you Ravens. Yes. I saw you tweeting about it.
Yep.
That was a hell of a game.
That was insane. I don't know another word for what the ending of that game was. The craziest last 10 to 15 minutes of game time that I've seen in a while. It was I have no idea what was going on.
If there was a sporting event that you could see having 6 beers, a couple shots, and a couple mixed cocktails in a 3-hour stretch, that was that game last night. I'm watching it and I'm like, all right, here comes Vegas. Vegas is going to win. Oh, wait, hold on. Lamar fumbles. Hot take. I don't like Lamar Jackson as a quarterback. I don't trust him to win me games, period. End of story. I don't think he was the MVP, and I wouldn't give him a max contract if I was Baltimore. I don't trust him. I don't think he's that good.
He's struggling, and he struggled last night. He can make throws at times, but he also still has to be better at protecting the ball. And we saw it last night. He fumbled twice. He has to, if you're going to run like he does, you have to take care of the ball and not let he lost them the game last night. There's not any doubt about that. They could have put it away maybe twice if he hadn't fumbled both times.
He had the throw to Sammy Watkins over the shoulder that I thought was gorgeous.
Yeah.
But even on that throw, he didn't have his feet set. He didn't square his shoulders up. That was pure arm strength. He was moving and grooving, and he literally just tossed it.
Yeah, and they mentioned it on the broadcast last night as well. He's not, at least on the Manning cast. I didn't watch the regular broadcast, but they did mention that he's not. His feet are out of whack right now. He's not he's not using his feet correctly and not setting his feet properly to make these throws.
You just brought up the next topic that I wanted to touch. That Manning cast with Eli and Peyton is gold.
That was fantastic. I don't know if they plan on bringing that back, but man, I'd watch that every week.
Easily. I would watch every single week. Like I like Booger McFarland. I like Steve Levy. I like the regular Monday night guys, but ESPN has to be thinking to themselves right now, how much money do we need to throw at Eli and Peyton to do that? Because they're so perfect. You know,
it was amazing. And listening to the guests when they brought on Ray Lewis and them bantering back and forth about the play calls was great. Russell Wilson was really, it was good TV to watch them talk about the plays that were going on or going to be called.
Like Eli's that doofy younger brother that it's so easy to not like him, but it's also so easy to like him because he's just a goof.
Man, Eli had to keep that train on the tracks for a lot of that show because Peyton was just going off into left field on unbelievable tangents and was like really frantic. Like I think Peyton was on crack, and Eli had to keep him honed in because whenever it would get out of hand, Eli would always go back to the game and be like, "Okay, well, what did you see here?" and kind of keep him on track because Peyton was frantic.
But I think they're onto something though. Like when you listen to, and good listener of the show thought you're Dale Earnhardt Jr. So that's a pretty big compliment.
There we go.
You thought you were Dale Earnhardt. We should have just run with it. You should have just put Dale Earnhardt down there. But like I think they're onto something. Like, I don't listen to games for broadcasts. I don't care about broadcasts. Right. Like you watch the game for the action. You know.
I watched part of the Bengals game in Spanish the other day because my television, my cable had the feed wrong.
How was that?
It was interesting. I was just because I took Spanish in high school, but I don't remember most of it. So I'd catch a word or two here and there. That was mostly it.
I cheated my way through most of my 3 years, so it's fine. I don't think I can get in trouble for it now. I think the statute of limitations is up. But I'm with you though. It is important, by the way, to note that Norm Macdonald died today.
Yeah, I'm a huge Norm Macdonald fan.
Really?
I love Norm Macdonald. My wife told me that he had passed away when I woke up today because I've been sick, so I slept till like 12:30 or 1 o'clock today, and she told me when I woke up that he had passed away, and I was pretty sad.
2 things: 1, Billy Madison, legend. 2, I don't think there was anything that he ever did that was better than Saturday Night Live on Jeopardy.
Oh yeah, I watched it multiple times today. He's Turd Ferguson.
Hey, it's a funny hat. Nor, why do you have the big hat?
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's not. And Will Ferrell would go, yes, it is. He goes, no, it's not. Oh my God. Literally
from him all day on YouTube from Conan O'Brien show and stuff like that. Stories he told. Just fantastic.
He's so good. Real quick, USC, who do they hire? Who do you think is like a realistic name? I've seen the Luke Fickle from Cincinnati.
That would be the smart hire if they can pry him away from Cincinnati. I think that'd be their best bet if they could get him. But I don't know that he will go. I don't know that he wants to leave Cincinnati.
The athletic director at USC is the same athletic director from Cincinnati that hired Luke Fickle. So that is that tie-in there. What do you think about Bob Stoops? That name doesn't really get me going if I'm a USC guy, though.
No, not me either. I don't really think that does much. It doesn't really move the needle. I think Fickle, far and away, probably is their best option. Of course, the rumors swirl with Urban Meyer.
How great would that be? Twitter would break, I feel
like. That would be no doubt. That would be the most fantastic hire for all of us anyway. Maybe not for them or maybe for Jacksonville. It might work out if they get a better coach that can win the game.
I'll give you a name. If I'm USC, I go get PJ Fleck from Minnesota. That's my guy.
Yeah, he's a really good coach. I also saw Eric Bieniemy is a potential name from the Chiefs.
I saw that. What is the tie? Like, would you? Okay, you Vance Meek, you were Eric Bieniemy. Would you leave the OC job at Kansas City for USC? So I'm not touching that deal. I'm not doing that. Why would I do that?
That's gonna that I myself probably would not. But I think it comes down to one: does he just want a head coaching job of any kind? And USC still is a fairly high profile job. It's not like it's a job at Louisiana Monroe or something like that. Like, this is still a high profile school.
No disrespect to any of my Louisiana Monroe fans out there. No disrespect. He didn't mean any disrespect.
No. That was just the first name that came to mind.
We are big in the Louisiana Monroe community. So no disrespect intended from Mr. Meek.
No, absolutely not.
But I get what you're saying. I agree. It's a shit job.
But and then I guess, like, does he think that he has a realistic possibility of getting a head coach in the NFL next season? Because it hasn't worked out for the past few, and I think in most people's minds, he should be a legit NFL head coaching prospect. But he hasn't managed to land one of those jobs yet. I think it comes down to if he is offered the job. If he doesn't think that an NFL job is upcoming, then maybe he just wants to go somewhere and be the head coach.
What jobs do you think will be open? The Giants have the possibility of being open. I think the Texans job might be open.
Potentially, the Bengals job, potentially, if this season goes south. Zach Taylor doesn't have a very good record in his first two seasons. So
you're 1-0. Don't talk about firing. Don't talking about firing your coach. What's the battle cry for the Bengals?
Oh man, Houday.
Okay, all right, I like it. It's better than Fins Up in Miami. I mean, Fins Up is just garbage. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I honestly feel like you and I getting together on this show are like fans of a fan base that have literally done nothing in the past like 25 years. Like, the greatest thing that
my team, on a Lions fan and a Browns fan here, we'll have a real pity party going.
My God. Austin wants to know, do you like the Jimbo Fisher extension in A&M? Because I hate it.
No, he hasn't managed to. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big Jimbo Fisher fan, period. But his
name is also Jimbo. Like, come on, his name's Jimbo. Like, how much crap did he get in middle school? Like, hey, Jimbo, what are you doing? Like, is that his real name? I just don't get giving a guy.
I've never bothered to look it up.
Yeah, me neither. Like, I'm just always like Jimbo, but now it's got me thinking. Like, there's no way his parents like demeaned him to the point of having a name as Jimbo.
If any Jimbos listening, then I apologize in advance. But
that's all right. You've already thrown. What have you thrown? You've thrown Louisiana Monroe under the bus. Now you've thrown everybody named Jimbo under the bus. I mean, you have a cute dog, but pretty, that's fine. Yeah, but I'm with you though. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the extension for Jimbo. Who you got this weekend? Alabama at Florida. We're going to do a pick'em segment here real quick. Alabama at Florida. Who you got and why? I don't need a point spread. I just need who wins.
Oh, Alabama. And I do like Florida. I think they're trending the right direction. I like Emory Jones.
That dude is good. He did a backflip without even any sort of like effort. Like, if I tried to do a backflip, you'd have to take me to the hospital.
I'm not coming back up from that. I'm breaking probably multiple bones in my spine and neck, and who knows where else.
That's true. It is being pointed out that I bet Jimbo is really good on the grill. That is a down south redneck name if I've ever heard one.
You know what?
That's
true. He can make up some good Cajun food. He sounds like he'd be able to.
Yeah, slab of ribs from Jimbo. Hey, I'm going over to Jimbo's. He's making me a couple sausage links and some jambalaya. Like, that just rolls off the tongue, I feel like.
I can see a restaurant called Jimbo's.
Ooh, yeah. They serve
Jimbo
like
Cajun cooking or something like that.
Yeah, I'm in. Bills at Dolphins. Now, before you answer, there's really only one answer that gets this show to continue. And the other answer, we wrap it up right here. So
I feel I'm going to predict a tie then.
Oh, great. I swear to God, if my team ever ties, like,
I hate ties.
It's like kissing your cousin.
What did you think of Russell Wilson's idea, by the way, just as a brief?
What did he say?
He wanted to have a kickoff after the first overtime where you flip the coin and one team picks to
Listen,
either have their kicker kick a 45-yard field goal or something, or the other team for the win.
I grew up in the Brown household. Lewis and Renee Brown, they did a fantastic job, if I say so myself. I grew up with the mantra of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. I hate all these leagues that are coming up with all these wacky, stupid things to do. Like the Field of Dreams thing by Major League Baseball, actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
But now the NBA is thinking about doing some stupid inter-season tournament where the winning team gets their players get $1 million. I'm like, here's an 82 game season. Or 82 games. Go play your 82 games. I don't need some weird playing tournament for the last two teams at the end of the season. Top 8 teams make it. Why are we trying to do all these stupid things? Russell Wilson, your idea is stupid. Okay, your wife is stunning. Okay, she had the song 1-2 Step, great song. The other song Lose Control with Missy Elliott, love that. Yeah. Just do your thing, Russell. Why do you need to have an idea like it's stupid?
I do hate ties, but I'm not sure about the kickoff. Let's not make this soccer.
Yes, yeah, I love soccer. Listen, love soccer. Shout out to the Houston Dash, the NWSL game I went on to on Friday. 1-1. Had a great play to Nachos there, and the Dash looks solid. So you know what? Shout out to the Houston Dash. All right, Bills at Dolphins. Who you got?
Bills.
This has been episode 163 of Beer Sports Whatever, featuring Vance Meek of the 12 different shows that he does. All right, fine. You can take the Bills. Rams at Colts. Who you got?
Rams.
49ers at Eagles.
49ers. And I think they'll use Trey Lance more this week. Hopefully anyway.
I think Jimmy G looked good, though. Jimmy G.
He did. He actually played pretty well. Though there was a lot of Jimmy G jokes going around before the game started, but he had a fantastic game.
Do you think he listens to that, or he just continues to date adult entertainment stars out in the state of California? Do you think he's listening to what all the jokes are, or he's just going out with adult entertainment stars? Good for him.
I think you can't. I think that you can't hate on the life that Jimmy G has.
Listen, not for me. Okay, not for me. I'm a very happily taken man, but I'm just saying, he's
not out for himself.
He's doing okay. Raiders at Steelers, which, by the way, I think the Raiders are incredibly overrated.
They had no business winning that game. Baltimore allowed them to come back in it, and then B inexplicably ran cover zero defenses to their own detriment at the end of the game, and then of course Lamar kind of handed the game off. My favorite Spice Girl. I don't know all their names, but the redheaded one was my favorite when I was younger.
I bet you didn't wake up today thinking that somebody was going to ask you who your favorite Spice Girl was.
I did not do my Spice Girl research before coming on. I should have. I should have known better.
Okay. I know there's Sporty, there's Posh. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember all the. I know the one with the one that had red hair. I really liked her when I was younger, and they were popular.
Okay. Oh.
Ginger, was that it? Ginger Spice?
Yeah, I guess a Ginger Spice.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't really know how to transition from Spice Girl talk, Spice Girl talk to NFL talk. My personal game of the week: Cowboys at Chargers. I think this is going to be a phenomenal game. I think there's going to be upwards of 65 points scored. But Cowboys at Chargers. Who you got?
I think Dallas is going to have too much offensive firepower on that one.
I'm with you. And then Chiefs at Ravens. This is going to be a good game, too. This is a good NFL week.
That should be, that should be a really good game if good Lamar shows up anyway. And the Ravens can figure out their defensive issues. Now, the Ravens, part of what makes them so good is their secondary, and they're down a man with Marcus Peters being out for the year. That puts a lot of burden on their backup and third-string cornerbacks, which we saw on Sunday versus the Raiders, despite the fact that Derek Carr only threw the ball to Darren Waller the entire game. I don't know. targeted Darren Waller, I believe, 348 times in the game, something like that.
I saw. Did you see those stats? Like, hey, he was like legitimately targeted like 24 times.
Yeah, it was insane. It doesn't make any sense. Although the biggest plays at the end of the game were to the receivers, but were for mostly anyway.
Baltimore double Darren Waller.
I was picturing in my head. I don't know if you watched through the TV show Friends.
Unfortunately,
there's an episode where they play football on Thanksgiving, and Rachel sucks, so they send her deep, and the other two guys have got a hold of Phoebe, covering her mouth, and won't let her move. That's what I was thinking of. Like, why are you not putting like 9 guys on Darren Waller?
My God, like that's such a joke. But I'm with you though. All right, at the Texas A&M Aggies and the Arkansas Razorbacks in the first edition of the Who Gives a Crap Bowl in 2021. But what the listeners at BSW want, the listeners get. So what is your oh my God. All right. First question is, who do you have in the Arkansas Aggies game?
I didn't research either team, but I did watch Arkansas kick the crap out of Texas last week. So I'll say Arkansas.
Okay. Vance, who is your favorite Friends character?
Chandler, by a long way, because that is pretty much me.
What's the better show, Seinfeld or Friends?
Seinfeld, by even more, by a landslide.
Thank you. I mean, Friends, it's it's meh. I watched the entire thing during COVID. Like, I get it. It's funny. Chandler's funny. Joey's okay. Like, Monica's pretty cute. What's the other one's name? Jennifer Aniston, Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. They were on a break, I guess. The pivot thing was pretty funny when they're trying to move the couch. But Seinfeld is the far superior show, and it's not even close. Like, it's not even a question. Anybody who wants
show I turn on at night if I'm going to sleep, and Seinfeld, if I turn it on, then I'll probably sit and watch like 20 episodes straight.
Okay. Racial bias. I don't understand how that's racial bias in whatever way. Like, I'm pretty sure all the characters on both shows are white, so I'm blissfully unaware of how it's racial bias.
There's an episode where the dude thinks Elaine is Mexican, so I don't know if you want to consider that.
The first lady of Beer Sports, whatever, if something happens to me, she would inherit everything, as my significant other, Mary Elizabeth O'Leary, has chimed in saying, you obviously liked it enough to watch the entire series. See, now here's the thing, Vance. I want this to be on record, okay? I watched it because everybody kept telling me. I kept saying it sucked. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. They're at like the coffee shop, and that's all they do. Yes, I know. That's what they do in Seinfeld. But I feel like Seinfeld had more of a storyline with more characters, and they did more things. So I watched every single episode, and it was Like, it was meh.
There are some good episodes. I won't lie. Like, there's some that I'll watch, and I will watch and laugh repeatedly. The episode where Joey eats all of the stuff in the fridge because the refrigerator tore up, that one cracks me up every time when Chandler comes in and says, well, you don't look good, Joe.
I do like Chandler.
The floor every time.
I do like Chandler a lot, I will say. And you do have Chandler vibes. The Hebrew Hammer chooses Seinfeld. Big surprise. Okay, that's rude. Number one. Number two, Seinfeld is spelled wrong. It's Seinfeld. All right, this is a good place to park the Beer Sports Whatever Maserati. Vance, thank you so much for coming on. This was fun, man.
Oh, no problem. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather. My kid got a cold, and then he gave it to me, so I've been sitting here with a sore throat all day.
Do you have anything you want to plug before we talk about how we're going to order a shirt with your face on one side and Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s face on the other?
I will buy one of those.
Okay.
I should have wore I guess I should have worn my hat maybe pulled farther down so you can see the C. Maybe it looks like a red Budweiser hat, and that's why you got some Dale Earnhardt vibes. I'm going to tell you that. You're like your cross. That is my favorite mistaken identity ever. I've never been mistaken for anybody that cool.
Oh, well, you know what? Mazel tov to you, Vance. You got anything you want to plug before we wrap the show up?
No, you guys can find me if you want to at Vance Meek on Twitter. It's nice and easy to remember. and listen to the podcast. Me and my brother record a couple. If you're a Bengals Reds fan, we do the Queen City Sports Rundown, talking Cincinnati sports, and then we have the Slobber Knocker, where we talk NFL, college football. That one's been on hiatus for a couple of weeks because I was sick, and then my brother's a nurse, and so he's been pretty busy for the last little bit.
It's a good show, man. I listened to a couple today. Man, y'all do a nice job.
Appreciate it.
So BSW Slobber Knocker, I think we could do something there, like a live remote. If we're ever in your area, Beer Sports, whatever, we'll get together. We'll do a live show from a brewery. We'll crack open some Miller Lights. I think it'd be fun.
Sounds like an awesome idea to me.
My man, appreciate you, Vance. This has been episode 163 of Beer Sports, whatever. Look at this. You do have a new follower as well. So time well spent this evening. Episode 163, Beer Sports, whatever. Make sure to check us out on the Around the Block platform. Coco says it has been a wonderful day being on Beer Sports, whatever. So thank you so much, Coco. Make sure to follow Around the Block on Twitter and on Facebook. A ton of incredible content on both of those sites there. We got a bunch of great podcasters and writers. We have something for everybody, I would say. But I will not be interacting with the Bills Around the Block account because I hate all of them until after the game on Sunday. So
understandable.
No, absolutely. Y'all have a great rest of your week, and it's 9:42 Central Time. It's an appropriate time to let y'all know that OU still sucks, and the Astros will forever be your 2017 World Series champions. And that would be all. See? Vance, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm in.
There you go. Thanks a lot, Vance. We'll talk soon.
Appreciate it.